All right, Padres pregame thoughts. Padres and the Braves, game 2 of this series. Padres, they've lost 5 games in a row. Will it be 6? I sure hope not. But these next couple of days, it's going to be tough pitching matchups starting tonight with Ronaldo Lopez, I believe as a sub 2 ERA all-star, Dylan Cease on the other side. You know, you look at the names and then you look at the numbers, especially with Lopez, and it's like, yeah, should be a good pitching matchup today. And it might be a competitive pitching matchup, but my confidence level, and I think a lot of Padres fans' confidence level going into today isn't super high because Dylan Cease has been inconsistent. And we know that this Padres, not the Padres, the Braves lineup can hit home runs. I mean, we saw it for ourselves last night in that loss. There is power there, regardless of if Acuna is in the lineup or not. Austin Riley can hit homers. Marcelo Zuna can hit homers. There's a bunch of guys that can get it out of the yard there for the Braves. And so that's going to be the big thing for me with Cease is we know he has the strikeout stuff, but can he hit his spots from the get-go? Like, don't let the Braves get on him early. Don't let, them be super aggressive and you're just trying to get ahead in the count. It seems like this is going to be one of those days where Cease is going to have to be really good with his command. And then can the Padres find a way to manufacture some runs? I don't know if it's going to happen with the long ball. Just looking at Ronaldo Lopez and his stats, obviously the ERA stands out. The strikeouts stand out a little bit, but how many home runs has he allowed? I'm looking at his game logs right now. Is this someone that gives up a lot of home runs? And the answer is no. He gives up when he does, he's given up a couple home runs in starts. Against the Giants, he gave up a couple home runs. Against the Nats, June 6th, he gave up a couple home runs. But the starts in between, it's no home runs, no home runs, no home runs, no home runs his last start against the Phillies. So it feels like to me, unless that's one of those days where you can hit a couple homers off of him, it feels like it's going to have to be one of those rallies. And so smart base running, taking advantage of any opportunity that you can get off of Lopez today. I feel like that's going to be a key for the Padres, and maybe it's going to take having to get him out of the game, work at bats, because the Padres, they've had quick at bats. Last night, the game finished in like 2 hours and 15 minutes, something like that. I think shorter than that, actually, 2 hours and 12 maybe. It's been short, quick at bats. And that could be a good thing if you're having success. And hey, if that's the right pitch, I'm not going to say have a long at bat and then go swing at a pitch that's not your pitch. But if you want to get to the bullpen because you don't want Lopez in the game, you're going to have to work the count. You're going to have those longer at bats where you're fouling off pitches. So we'll see. Again, those long at bats, that conversation, it depends on what the pitches are. If you're going to get a good pitch to hit, please go swing at that pitch. But there's been times, during this losing streak where I feel like some guys have gotten out of what has brought them success this year, and they haven't been swinging at the best pitches, the pitch selection. They've also faced some pretty nasty guys. I don't want to make it seem like they're facing, the worst pitchers in baseball during this stretch. They're facing talented arms. And this is another one today. It's going to be another one tomorrow. Reminder, this game is on Fox, so no Don and Mud. I believe it's Joe Davis, which should make Padre fans happy. Not. AJ Pierzynski and then Ken Rosenthal. I believe he is at Petco as the sideline reporter. The bullpen, I guess a bright spot from yesterday. It's in a good spot because De Los Santos pitched, Gillespie pitched, all the other the high leverage relievers, because those two guys are not that. Definitely not right now. The high leverage relievers are ready to go to pitch these last couple games before they get that All-Star break. I mean, it will be bad if the Padres go into the All-Star break with what would that be, 7-game losing streak if they lose these next 2 games. They have a positive run differential, but they're not in a postseason spot. The Cardinals have a negative run differential. They're in one of the wild card spots the Padres want. So that's baseball. Also, it's kind of like last year. Padres had a fine run differential, but the run differential sometimes sometimes it makes sense. Like, yeah, this team, good run differential, really good run differential. They're winning the division or they're in a postseason spot. But there's other times where it doesn't make a ton of sense. You have a positive run differential, but you're a game over 500, and the run differential I believe is plus 11. It's not like it's plus 2. But Padres fans, we've watched this team. We know that there's times where they don't score many runs at all. Then there's times where they drop 13 runs on a team. I hope that happens these next couple of games, but with this offense, who really knows? Especially with the two guys they're going to face coming up these next couple of days. Arise is leading off, Profar, Cronenworth, Machado. No Bogarts. Solano's at third. Kim is not playing either, although Kim's been playing better as of late. So it's interesting that they decide to go with Tyler Wade at short over Ha-Seong Kim when the All-Star break is a couple games away. Merrill is going to be hitting sixth, and then Peralta, Camposano, and Wade. They're going with Campy over Higgy. Probably have Higgy catch the day game after the afternoon game here today. Give your thoughts in the comments, what you're thinking going into today's game. 4:15, I believe, is the first pitch. Padres Braves.